So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to apologize now for the wind. Every now and then it might get gusty, but I'm in Aruba on the beach. Every now and then you got to pop up on your investment. We pop up because we pay a lot of association fees. So every now and then you got to pop up just to make sure that they're cleaning the stuff and replacing chairs like they say that they should be. And I got to give a shout out. To Aruba Express.
So right here, we got spicy wings with some macaroni salad, and we got the rice and beans underneath. Now, all the TikTokers and Instagram people were there, and they told me the sauces you're supposed to put. You're supposed to do the garlic lemon sauce with some of the Aruba hot, so you probably wouldn't get all these sauces. But then they also said, you got to get the beef stew. And they said the beef stew is delicious. They said the chicken is delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this meal probably tonight, and I'm going to save that one for tomorrow. So all the TikTokers and Instagrammers were all there making videos. That shit was pandemonium.
Delicious food. If you're ever in Aruba, best time to come is the off-peak time, from like April to like November. Winter months, it gets crazy here. The food was delicious. Every TikToker or Instagrammer, I didn't know half these damn people. They were like, oh, at me and I'll at you. I didn't even tell them I had a channel. They were like cross-mingling and atting each other. And man, I was there. I got my food and I was out. I'm going to eat there every day I'm here. They got picante, they got ribs, they got chicken. Oh yeah, every day I'm here, I'm eating there. It was $24 US for both of those meals. Yeah, they price gouge us in the States. But do you know that guy that asked me for $10,000? He asked another coworker for $7,000. Oh yeah. Now some people will say in the comment section, Larry, you should have just told him hell no, and that's the end of the story. Hold on, there's the wind. Hold on. In my industry, it's like firemen, law enforcement. We work closely together. A lot of our families work with each other. We work as partners together. These people can make your life hell. They can make your schedule hell. We have to work with each other. So I brushed it off pretty much and flipped the script and asked him to borrow some money, saying like that I'm having hard times. But my other coworker, oh no, nope. I'm going to get into that story in a second. The industry that I'm in, he could be my foreman one day. He could be my union president. He could be in charge of vacations. It's a union job. So you never want to fully get nasty with people when it comes to a union job, because you never know. You could be their boss one day or they could be your boss. I didn't want to make a hostile work environment. So I chose to not even be nasty to him like that. I brushed him off. My other coworker, yeah. Now, we have full medical, so I know it's not a medical emergency. We have full medical. I'm thinking maybe a gambling thing, or he owes somebody else some money. Because here's what happened. He asked my other buddy for $7,000. And my buddy reaches out to me, and he says, listen, you know, I'm away in Croatia, and I'm visiting my wife's family. You know, how was Greece? You know, it took a while to get into it. I could tell he felt uncomfortable. And he said, you know, how's the family? How's Greece? We want to travel there next year. You should come to Croatia, you know, all that. And he goes, you're not going to believe, I'm just going to make up a name. He said, you're not going to believe what Rob did. I said, what? Now, I already knew what he did with me, but I didn't say anything. He goes, Rob asked me to borrow $7,000. I said, what'd you tell him? He said, oh, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a prior video to this, okay? A coworker asked me to borrow $10,000. Maybe I should have led with that, I'm sorry. But yeah, a coworker asked me to borrow 10 grand. I told him no. So Rob said to him, you know, can I borrow $7,000? This coworker said, no, I can't believe you asked me for that much. You know, I feel offended, and he hung up on him. Now, we're all going to have to work with each other again. I didn't even tell the other guy that Rob asked me for 10 grand. I didn't even tell him. Nope, because I don't want my name thrown in it. If Rob wants to tell him I asked Larry and Larry told me no too, he could tell him. But I'm not even telling the other guy that he asked me, because I don't want him saying, well, Larry told you no and I told you. I'm gonna make future videos on that, where lending people money could cause a lot of problems for you and for them. Okay, it really doesn't help them in the long run. But I just got to say this, right? Something's going on with him, and he has to handle that. He's got a family, he's got classic cars, he's got sports cars, he's got a very beautiful home. Okay, so it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. Now, if he would have asked me for $50, I got you. 100, I'll give it to you. I won't even ask for it back. But when you lend people money, when people lend you money, it changes the dynamics. It's getting a little windy. If you come here, make sure you put on sunblock. Even though if you have darker pigment, it may seem nice and cool with the trade winds, but your ass will still cook. Okay, I have cooked out here. I put on sunblock. So just make sure that you put on sunblock. And look, check out the boat. Out there. Dope catamaran. The water's gorgeous. So I just want, hold on one second. The water's so nice. It's starting to pick up with some people now here though, but yeah, you can cause problems for yourself when you start lending people money. So do what you want to do, but just remember, if you lend them large sums of money, there's no guarantee you're gonna get it back, and there's no guarantee they would have lent it to you if you really need it. No regrets, get it.